Truman Burbank is a man. He lives in a small, beautiful town called Sea Haven. Sea Haven is a very nice place. The sun is always shining. The houses are pretty and colorful. The people are always friendly. They always smile and say hello. Truman has a good life. He has a beautiful wife named Meryl. He has a best friend named Marlon. He works in an office. His job is not very exciting, but it is okay. Every morning, Truman follows the same routine. He leaves his house and says hello to his neighbors. He always says the same words, "Good morning." And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Then, he walks to his office. At work, he looks at a travel magazine. He dreams about Fiji, a faraway island with beautiful beaches. He wants to travel there one day. But he is always too busy with work. However, Truman's life is not real. Sea Haven is not a real town. It is a giant television studio. It is the biggest studio in the world. The sky is a very big ceiling. The sea around the town is not real seawater. The sun, the moon, and the stars are all lights. The weather is controlled by a man in a control room. Even the rain is fake. Truman is the star of a television show called The Truman Show. He was born on television. Millions of people around the world watch him every day, 24 hours a day. They watch him when he eats, when he works, and when he sleeps. But Truman does not know this. He thinks his life is normal. All the people in his life are actors. His wife, Meryl, is an actress. His best friend, Marlon, is an actor. His mother and father are actors too. They are all paid to be in his life. They follow a script from the director. The director of the show is a man named Christoph. He is a very smart man. He controls everything in Sea Haven from a secret control room. This control room is high above the fake sky. It looks like the moon. Christoph says that Truman's life is perfect. He says it is better than the real world because it is safe and happy. One day, something very strange happens. Truman is walking down the street. He is happy and smiling. Suddenly, a large object falls from the clear blue sky. It crashes onto the street right in front of him. It is a studio light from the ceiling. The light is broken into many pieces. Truman is very confused and scared. He looks up at the sky. He does not understand. How can a light fall from the sky? This is the first time he sees something wrong with his perfect world. This is not the only strange thing. When Truman was a young man in college, he met a girl named Lauren. She was an extra on the show, not a main actor. Truman liked her very much. She was different from the other girls. One day, they went to the beach together. Lauren tried to tell Truman the truth. She said, "Truman, listen to me. None of this is real. This is all for you. Everyone is pretending. Everyone is lying to you." Before she could say more, a car arrived quickly. Some men came out. They said they were Lauren's father. They said she was sick and they needed to take her away to Fiji. Lauren was crying. She did not want to go. As they put her in the car, she looked at Truman and said, "My name is not Lauren. It is Sylvia." Truman never forgot her. He kept a secret box of things that reminded him of her. He had a piece of her sweater. He often looked at it and thought about Fiji. Another strange thing happens with the radio. Truman is driving to work. He is listening to music on the car radio. Suddenly, the music stops. He hears two men talking. One man says, he is turning left on Elm Street now. The other man says, okay, we will follow his movement. Truman looks around his car. He is alone. He is turning left on Elm Street. He is very scared. He thinks someone is watching him. He thinks he is going crazy. He tries to talk to his wife, Meryl, about his fears. But Meryl does not listen seriously. She is always talking about products she is using. For example, she will say, "This new chocolate drink is very good, Truman. You should try it. It makes life better." She is always advertising things, even when Truman is very upset. This makes Truman feel alone. He also talks to his best friend, Marlin. They sit together, and Truman shares his feelings. He says, "Marlin, I feel like everyone is watching me. I feel like the world is a stage." Marlin listens and then gives a simple answer. He says, "I know how you feel, Truman. But I would never lie to you. The world is a good place. You have a great job and a wonderful wife. You should be happy." Marlin is reading lines from Christoph, the director. He is not really Truman's friend. Slowly, Truman starts to feel trapped. He feels like he is in a prison, but he cannot see the walls. He wants to leave Sea Haven, but something always stops him. There is a big reason why Truman never leaves Sea Haven. He is very afraid of water. This fear is not an accident. When Truman was a little boy, he went on a boat with his father. They were having a good time. But then, Christoph created a big storm for the show. The waves were very high. Truman's father fell into the water. The show said he drowned and died. This was a very sad and traumatic event for young Truman. It was also a planned event for the television audience. Because of this, Truman is terrified of the water. He never goes near the bridge that connects Sea Haven to the outside world. This fear keeps him inside the studio. It is Christoph's perfect prison. But one day, Truman's desire for the truth is stronger than his fear. He decides to test his world. He gets into his car with Meryl. He says, "Let's go for a drive. I want to see the mountains." Meryl is nervous. She says, "But we have things to do at home, Truman." But Truman insists. He drives towards the bridge. But when they get close, they see a big problem. There is a fire on the bridge. Many fire trucks are there. The traffic cannot move. A police officer tells them, "You can't go this way. There's been an accident. You need to turn back." Truman is frustrated. He thinks it is just bad luck. Another time, he tries to take a bus out of town. He goes to the bus station. He buys a ticket. He sits on the bus. But after a few minutes, the bus driver says, "Sorry, everyone. The bus is broken. It won't start. All the passengers have to get off." Truman is the only real person. The other passengers are all actors. It seems like the world does not want him to leave. Truman becomes more and more suspicious. He decides to watch people carefully. He notices that people often do the same things at the same time every day. He sees a man with flowers who walks past his window every morning at 8:15. He sees a yellow Volkswagen Beetle car that always drives down his street. One morning, he decides to do an experiment. He does not follow his normal routine. Instead of going to work, he hides in the basement of his house. The cameras in his house cannot see him. The control room panics. Christoph shouts, "Where is he? Find him!" The actors in the show do not know what to do. They have no script for this. They walk around the town, calling his name. "Truman! Truman, where are you?" This is very funny for the television audience. They see the actors pretending to be worried, but they are really just confused. Meanwhile, Truman is watching them from a small window in his basement. He sees his best friend Marlon walking around without any real purpose. He sees people repeating the same actions. Now he is sure. His world is fake. Everyone is an actor. Later that night, he pretends to be asleep. Meryl thinks he is sleeping. She talks to someone through a hidden microphone in the house. She says, "He's asleep now. I don't know what's wrong with him lately. He's acting very strange." Truman hears her voice. He opens his eyes a little and sees her talking to the ceiling. He is shocked and hurt. His own wife is part of the big lie. The next day, he confronts her. He is very angry. He shouts at her in the street. "Who were you talking to last night? This is a show, isn't it? Everyone is watching me." Meryl is terrified. She cannot act anymore. She screams, "Do something! Someone help me!" Suddenly, Marlon arrives quickly. He is holding a six-pack of beer. He acts like a calm friend. He sits with Truman on a bridge. They talk. Marlon says very emotional words. He says, "You are my best friend, Truman. You are the star of my show." He means the show of his life, but the audience knows he means the television show. He says, "I would never lie to you." This scene is very emotional. The television audience cries. But Truman looks into Marlon's eyes and knows it is all a performance. After this, Truman knows he must escape. He makes a plan. He must overcome his biggest fear, the water. He knows that the sea is the only way out. One night, he pretends to go to sleep. Meryl is not there anymore. The show has taken her away. The house is quiet. Truman takes a pillow and makes a shape in his bed that looks like a sleeping person. Then, he quietly goes down into his basement. He starts to dig a small tunnel. He escapes from his house without anyone seeing him. The next morning, the cameras cannot find him. The control room is in chaos. Christoph is very angry. He orders his team to search the whole town. They look in every building, but they cannot find Truman. The television audience is excited. They are cheering for Truman. Christoph has an idea. He tells his team to turn on the sun in the middle of the night. A bright light shines over the sea. And there, in a small sailboat named the Santa Maria, is Truman. He is sailing away from Sea Haven. He is using a sail made from a bedsheet. Christoph is furious. He decides to stop Truman. He orders his team to create a storm. The wind becomes very strong. The waves become huge. Water crashes onto Truman's small boat. Truman is terrified. He remembers the storm that killed his father. He holds on to the boat tightly. The boat is almost broken. He is thrown into the water, but he holds onto a rope. He shouts at the sky, "Is that all you've got? You will have to kill me." He is fighting against his creator. The audience watches, holding their breath. They hope he will win. Kristoff sees that the storm cannot stop Truman. He sees Truman's strong will. So, he stops the storm. The wind and waves disappear. The sea becomes very calm and peaceful. Truman is tired, but he is alive. He gets back onto his boat and continues sailing. He sails for a long time. Then, his boat hits something. It makes a loud sound. It is not a rock. Truman looks forward. He sees a wall. It is a giant wall that looks like the sky, with clouds painted on it. He has reached the end of his world. He is shocked. He gets off his boat and walks on the water, which is actually a shallow platform. He touches the wall. It is solid. He finds a small door in the wall. Above the door, it says "Exit." At that moment, a loud, kind voice speaks from the sky. It is Kristoff. "Truman," the voice says, "you can speak to me. I am the creator of a television show that gives hope and joy to millions of people." Truman looks up, confused and scared. "Who are you?" he asks. "I am the creator of the show you live in," Kristoff says. He explains everything. He tells Truman that he has been watched since the moment he was born. He tells him that the world outside is a sick and dangerous place. He says, "There is no more truth out there than there is in the world I have created for you. The same lies and pain. But in my world, you have nothing to fear." Kristoff offers him safety and comfort. He says, "You don't have to leave, Truman. You can stay. You are the star." Truman listens. He is quiet for a long time. He thinks about his whole life. He thinks about Sylvia and his dream of Fiji. He thinks about all the lies. Then, he looks up at the sky, towards the hidden camera. He smiles his famous, friendly smile. He says his classic line one more time, "Good morning. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night." Then, he does a graceful, final bow. It is a goodbye to his old life. He turns around, opens the exit door, and steps into the blackness, into the unknown real world. The television audience in the movie cheers and cries with happiness. They are so happy for Truman. In a bar, two security guards who were watching the show turn off the television. One says, "So, what else is on?" They change the channel. Life goes on. Truman is finally free. He is no longer the star of a show. He is just a man, ready to start his real life, a life of his own choosing.